everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping for plenty of touches to come their way. It's the Dolphins going up against the Ravens. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M. Tonight, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. Hi again, everybody. I'm Brandon Guyton. To my left, as always, he's Charles Davis. And, Charles, we saw in the open, we've got a couple of great running backs in this game tonight, each capable of putting a team on his back.
And I'm excited to talk about the runners, not just the passers, who have a big hand and who's going to win this game. Both of these guys are do it all. Can catch it. I can't wait to get this one started.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy night. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
Vic Beasley's a very talented outside linebacker whose #1 task, rush the passer. But he has the athletic ability to drop into coverage.
Second down, 8.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll look to throw. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Again, it's Elliott. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Here's Swayze Waters now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
The gun. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
They come out here in the eye. Now a carry for Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Buck Allen, 15 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the first snaps today forthcoming for a relative young buck in the league. Still some stuff to prove.
Brandon, this is a guy who showed a lot of talent early, flashed a lot of potential. Now everyone's waiting for the leap. Where is he going to make his biggest gains, and how will his team benefit from those?
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty. And, Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking middle, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the man coverage, not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 1. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Back to throw here. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Richardson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side.
Here we go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now here come the Ravens. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Starts with a run by Allen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
So let me make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big monster day against my defense?
So it'll be first down here after the run. They come up in an offset eye. They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's Allen. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. At the end of 1, it's the Ravens out in front. We're back to Baltimore after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Second and just 1.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it here. This is Antonio Andrews. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run again here with Andrews. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And Eifert has it. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So they're operating in the red zone.
Hey, 4 down. Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, 1st and goal. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with second down coming up. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll run. This is Allen. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll look to throw here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They go to Elliott again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense have felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
A first down carry by Elliott. Uses the stiff arm. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Dolphins are going to get a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot at 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, spinning away. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Carry now for Elliott. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
False start, offense.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. With that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed.
Super toe.
Watch 8. Watch 8. Single. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Looking to throw. He's got time in the pocket. To Allen on the dump off. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on fourth down, the Ravens will call on Sam Cook to punt it away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Come the Dolphins now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 55 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all, and now it's blocked. And all the defense has it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, I love when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful catching the ball, putting it down, and giving him a chance to kick it.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Time to step aside. We're back to Baltimore after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. He'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So completion on second down, that brings up third.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt able to drop him for a loss of 4.
But, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the offense in that middle ground here on third down, 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. And Jeffrey's got it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They start the drive with a give to Allen. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Both teams have done enough to be leading here to this point, but in a close game, you know the second half is going to have some more twists and turns, which should lead to some excitement. All right, let's roll those highlights. 3rd down, inches to go. Allen's going to stay between the tackles, and he'll go in from 16 yards out. Ravens with the early advantage. Late in the first quarter to once again sack the QB. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Ravens have it late in the second. Defense will get to the QB here. This ends up as a loss of 12. Staying late in the half. Here the pass is completed into coverage, and this long run goes for a touchdown, closing the gap to 4. So that'll wrap it up for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll head back now to Baltimore for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Ravens defense now as they get ready for the next possession. They had a pretty solid first half. Not many adjustments, but I guess there's probably always some adjustments that can be made.
Usually it's just tightened down on the things we've worked on all week in practice. Everyone thinks adjustments are bringing in something absolutely new. For the most part, it's tweaks worked on already. And that
invent the wheel. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
One thing that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. out of the gun. They'll nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Swayze Waters now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Shane Ray. And this one will be brought back to the 22. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. He got 29 yards that time. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand. And sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Eric Weddle is one of my favorite players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football. And he has excellent hands, as we just saw there.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Second down following the run. They stay on the ground with Allen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
We got 4. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On the toss, here's Allen. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Daniels able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So the D gets the sack on 1st, and now it brings up 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. Caught Eifert over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket, to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
He'll look to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Allen Robinson, 42 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. Hey, that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, three that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them? Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all three could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams. They get the young quarterback going, and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They could make a real strong push in the West.
Yeah, they've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's Swayze Waters now, as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run with Allen. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Pardon me, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Everyone's got four.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up a throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they'll run it here. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. Look at the spin. Buck Allen, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Buck Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here we go. 38.
Here's Elliott. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big conversion there on 3rd and 3. 32 yards.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They keep on the ground with Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the rookie Ezekiel Elliott able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here's Robinson. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins defense, they get set to go here. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky, preach. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Back to throw. It fights him off. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Nick Fairley with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Surveying the field. He's got a man complete.
Holding. Defense.
And with the big gain, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. Now they try the right side here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A dump off this time for Andrews. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
So now here come the Dolphins. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
One receiver right. That's Jeffrey. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. They'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's Swayze Waters now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Let's put our attention here now on the Dolphins defense. And they got to be feeling good about forcing that long missed field goal the last go-around.
And you know what upsets a kicker more than anything? Is missing a kick they think they can make and feeling like the other side believes that they had something to do with it. And it doesn't matter to those guys on defense. I know they're taking full credit. Yep, we forced him into the miss, and they're going to ride that confidence the rest of the way. We'll see if the kicker is able to get his confidence back as well.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. One receiver right is Watkins. They'll look to throw here. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on third down.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Allen Robinson with his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here we go! What?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now.
Let's go! 38!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. the gun. They'll look to throw. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And they give this time to the tailback. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
2nd down following the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to loft one. Deep left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Allen Robinson, 37 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Oh, the spin. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Hey, watch the right. Watch the right.
One receiver right, that's Jeffrey.
Flex round.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Now they face a third down after the fumble on second down.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a fourth down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Third down and 5.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Alert. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll drop the throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
All right, here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's